Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Entry Point. We are playing the last episode, which will be, I guess, episode 0, and this will be episode 1. We had created this character, codenamed Prophet, and have adopted the Thief playstyle. Last episode, we made this character talk to a bit of the channel and did the tutorial mission, and today we will be attempting the very first actual mission in this. We also saw these two cutscenes and got a little bit of the higher story that is going on in this game, which we did not know of before. An interesting thing to see here is what I learned about this game is this isn't and the gameplay progression line and the chronological progression line is not the same in this game, meaning we aren't doing this in a story-wise order. So like we did this mission and the next mission has something that is affected due to we doing the previous mission, right? But now it's something gonna be different. For example, if you look at the finance, so we have to complete the deposit to unlock this. The deposit is here. This board is in a chronological order, meaning this happened first, then the freelancer happened, the Halcyon cutscene then this mission happened, then this cutscene, and so on and so forth. But if this was in a chronological order, we should have started with the blacklist. But instead, we start with the deposit, and after we do this, we'll go back in time and do the financer. So the gameplay progression line and the story progression line is different, which is a very interesting thing. The developers, I'm guessing, wanted us to get fully immersed in the story, which is fully immersed in a character would be more appropriate. So because as we saw in the tutorial and these two cutscenes, we are basically equivalent to a hired gun. We're a hired hitman as of now. I'm guessing as it develops, we get more and more relevant to the story and become tied to it. But as of now, we are nothing but a hired gunman. We have no need to know the story, nor do we care about the story. We just want our money, which is a very interesting thing to do, and I do appreciate the immersion. So without further ado, let's get into the deposit. Now, as I am creating this lobby, I will tell you once again to bear in mind that my commentary and all this is probably not the greatest because I'm new to this and you know I had no experience in YouTube and commentary in general, so it's probably not the greatest. But I hope you'll be patient with me. Uh, the fact that you are here means that you were able to watch through the Cringe Fest that was episode 0. Uh, that. Um, but yeah, I hope that you'll be able to stay patient with me uh, and come along with me in this journey. Now, uh, before we go into it, we have to edit our loader a little bit and make some adjustments. Interesting thing is you can actually have multiple loadouts. So maybe you have, if you play both loud or quiet, you can do a loud in, let's say, loadout 2 and make a quiet loadout in loadout 1. Or you want to maximize mission per mission kind of thing. So, and this loadout 1 is great for mission 1, which is a deposit. Loadout 2 is great for mission 2, this kind of thing. It's very interesting and that can help, but I really don't think I'll be utilizing this a whole lot. Now here we will see our own body kind of things. We have our primary, which is our gun. We have our secondary, which we don't really have. We don't have guns. We do have a CS UP90, which means concealed and suppressed, and we have a V, which I cannot exactly say. I'm guessing this just means loud. As far as armor, that's pretty that's self-explanatory. But I believe if I choose I get armor, I will get if I get armor, I will no longer be able to say stealthy. This is a loud only option, please. And concealed is another thing. I believe it's a weapon that I can get, but I need to unlock a skill for that. What we're here for is checking the gear. This is the different kinds of things that we will get throughout this playthrough. We will use a lockpick, which is something that only the thief can use. These two drills are something that everybody can use. This grenade is and this first aid kit, both are, I'm guessing, everybody can use, since I can use them. And the keycard scrambler is something only the hacker can use. This, I believe, just needs I believe this just needs perk, but that perk I believe is very far from us. So either you need to be an engineer or a mercenary, or basically spend all of your points just to get to it to be able to have that one. The blowtorch, it was a firebug. I believe it's also in line with this one or somewhere on that kind of side. And the C4 is definitely a mercenary thing, and I'm willing to guess this one is as well. And these two are something that we can actually get. It's closer to us and seems like very interesting. But I'm getting a bit ahead of ourselves. We cannot get these hit. These are all locked behind perks and stuff. So we just need a lockpick for now, and we finish our editing loadout, and let's get it. And here we are. Now, as I said before, I did play through these. This is gonna be a thing that you will be seeing. This won't be a blind playthrough per se. Even if it is, I will probably fail a lot, and I will not, at least in the first times at least, imagine myself one-shotting through any of these missions. And if I fail at once, I will have a bit of an experience with this. But I do know a little bit about this mission. I did test it and play through it. So what the kind of an exploit slash cheat, not really cheat, but yeah, you get the point. The thing that we're going to be doing is basically this building, which is a bank, has 4 roaming guards. 4 guards that roam around from bottom floor, basement, top floor, like all that kind of stuff. And these are the main guys, which are basically a pain in the ass. So those 4 guards are the people we would like to take down and take care of early. So to do that, what we're gonna do is, you see there's a camera right here. There's a cameraman watching that camera. Right in front of him, I'll try to pick this lock. This will make him suspicious. And as soon as I cross one of those bars, as you have seen, there's several marks bars. As soon as I cross one of them, I believe he will send a guard up here to check on us. Here we go. He's the guard. He won't recognize me, but he will look. Here's the thing. This is the only one part of this entire pit that I cannot understand how it works. Right in front of the camera, I'm going to be shooting. I'm right in front of this camera. How in God's name this camera did not see this and get basically notified and set off an alarm? I do not know. The saying is that it's behind this dumpster. That's why. But the guard is over here. The dumpster cannot hide. The dumpster is not in the view here. So I really don't know, but I mean, I'll take it, I guess. But yeah, for now let's just carry this dead guy's body. We cannot actually use that disguise because I shot him, so that means it's got blood stains all over and stuff like that. So that's a no-go. Now to get another guy here, I'll be disabling this camera. So now the cameraman's gonna go, oh, what the hell just happened to that camera? Send another guy up here to investigate. You think they will start to learn the lesson eventually and start sending multiple guys or something like that up here, but no. But I'll take it. It does help us, and I'm not complaining. Now you can see that this guy is coming. This time I will not be killing the guard, but instead be interrogating him. will come here. He won't suspect me because I'm in civilian clothes. I'll come here and I'll basically intimidate him. As you can see in bottom left, I'm intimidating. Now basically knock him out. Now I can use this disguise because I did not kill him, so there's no blood stains yet. So I'll just I disguised myself as in his clothes, as you can see in the bottom left. That's not the key card, but we already have one. We don't need it. We took care of the body, and we'll basically just be dumping it in this dumpster. There's stuff like this throughout different maps. In this map, these are the dumpsters. You can see that you can hide bodies in there. That's very helpful. Now I'm gonna basically, in my uniform, looks directly at that camera, and because I'm disguised, I'm not supposed to be wearing this uniform. That cameraman will start to get a little bit suspicious because, hey, that guy doesn't look like, you know, usual outfit. That guy doesn't look normal. So what's up here? So I'm basically just gonna wait a little bit downstairs for this guy. Yeah, that also happens sometimes. Well, there's nothing to do here. That's a bit of a, that doesn't happen usually. It's like rare chances that it will happen, but it does happen sometimes. Uh, you can't help it. It's a little bit of an, but but there is something that I could have done to avoid at least raising the chances a little bit, which is not get the disguise. So which I will fix this time. So let's go through this process again. I wait till there's the bar gets completed. The camera sees it, sends a guy up. The guy comes through. I wait in the corner and do the thing that really should not work but does. I go down here, and that was actually risky because I missed my shot. So because I missed my shot, if I couldn't land the two that I shot later on the second burst, he would have started shooting me, and what that does is basically alert everybody in the area because their guns are not silenced, mine are, and our stealth mission is once again over. Just to be clear, the mission would not be over. Even when I got caught down there, the mission would not have been over. It just would be changed into a loud mission. It would fail from a stealth perspective. But I'm trying to do this. This playthrough is I'm trying to do it stealth, and I will do it stealth. So that's because of that I will not be any kind of failure, and which turns it into a loud mission. It just counts as a failure in my books. So once again, we do the whole intimidate thing. Yep, I'm just crouched down, crawling around broad daylight. Nothing weird here. Then getting the disguise system, I'm just gonna carry him. I'm gonna stay in my civilian clothes. The reason I'm doing this is because getting the guard outfit really makes the other guards, when they come down and stuff like that, start to suspect you, and if they reach the maximum on that bar, the suspecting thing, you know what I'm talking about, the thing we saw on the camera and stuff, if that maxes out, the mission turns to a loud mission as well. But as a civilian, I can stare them in the eye all I want and they will not suspect anything. So it gets a little bit of pressure off of my chest. So now what I'm gonna do to get another guy here, before I looked into the camera with a guard outfit to make them suspicious. Now I'm just gonna flash my gun. There we go. That's a little bit too close to comfort, but It did the job. It got the job done. Now he will send some guy up here as well. The strategy works, but I have to admit that it is a bit buggy. Uh, Buggy as in way as the way I failed last time, as you saw. I failed via just having it flop down in a very. Let's get him to move down a little bit. Great. Now I'm just gonna go behind this. Shit. That could have almost given me away. That was a very bad thing. So here's another thing. If you tell the guy to move with you until you tell him to stop moving and get on the ground like this, he will continue to move until basically all of eternity. So that's another thing to keep in mind. And I have failed because of these. So what I just did there is basically disable that camera and get another guy to show up. The last guy. There are 4 guards in this building, and doing all 4 of these will get 4 people to come down here. I took that guy out and put him in a bag over there. The last guy will be coming up. Now this guy takes a little bit of time, so be patient because this guy comes from downstairs, the basement, the thing that we can look through here. And that is indeed actually, if anybody are curious, that is actually a way to get into the building. You can break through the glass right here and slide through, but you have to be careful, but of course. Now for this guy, then there's no cameras downstairs. There's nothing that can actually like make things bad for me. So I'm just gonna shoot him. I'm gonna kill him, and no one. There's no civilians that comes downstairs and nothing like that. So in reality, I can just leave this body down here, and nobody will bat an eye. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna actually properly hide it in the dumpster. Now that I have actually gotten rid of the 4 Roman guards, now I'm going to be taking the disguise. And also because I'm such an evil person, I'm gonna first reload this and kill both of them. I know, but the whole story seems like I am part of a criminal organization and I'm a criminal, so why the hell not? Something that you will want to be constantly looking at is the bottom left, which is your character. It gives a preview of your character and says the place where it says the word disguised. Okay, and that is because well, first of all, your character will show the character will show you what kind of disguise you have. So some places for that disguise is okay, and some other disguises are not. For example, there's the manager, which is a very important and special NPC. There's the employees and there's the guards. The people that I had taken out, the 4 people, are the guards, and the uniform that I'm wearing right now is a guard uniform. The guard uniform can come downstairs, but if I had an employee uniform, if I came downstairs here, I'll be trespassing. And by trespassing, anybody can actually see me and basically get alerted. So that's something to keep in mind. Different attires do different things, and the place with the word disguise, they said if it says disguised, then that means that you're good to go. You're fine. Yeah. Some people will inherently be able to spot you, so be careful of those. But you aren't like in an area with no disguise. So you can actually get in there without getting immediately spotted and fail the mission. You actually have a little bit of a time window before that man starts seeing seeing that you're not one of them and basically start getting alerted. Now, a bit of an interesting thing that happened here. You can see that these cameras have a gray dot underneath them. If this happens, this means that the camera is disabled. So that means either the cameraman is not on the camera station and not watching, or you personally have disabled the camera. Usually, what happens in in the strategy that we pulled, the four roaming guards go up there and we deal with them, and the cameraman stays downstairs and we gotta deal with him personally. That's the reason we actually came down here in the first place, right? Here, I mean, already know the answer, but just to show you, yes, the cameraman is not here. What actually happened is three of the roaming guards came up, and the cameraman actually came up. That is why these cameras are already disabled, because cameraman is not here. We already took care of him. And one of the roaming guards that stays downstairs, is actually still here. So we have to basically get him, find him, and there he is. Don't let him spot me, and basically take care of him. So let me just do that real quick. Here we are. This guy's dead. I'm not sure if civilians can see dead bodies through this glass, but I'm not gonna be taking any chances. So I'm basically gonna just go through this door, and nobody except guards come down here. And by guards, I mean you'll see that oh yeah, the two guards, one the cameraman and one of the roaming guards. These two are the only people that stay down in this basement area and are the only people who ever come to the basement area. So if I leave it down there, nobody from this side and through this glass will be able to see the body. Sure, if we go out here, we can see the body here, yes. But nobody comes down here, so there's no issue. Now, if you look at the plans on the left hand corner, left side, middle left, there's plan A, plan B. As you might assume from the title, plan B is the loud plan. We are not going to be attempting that. Again, we are doing stealth, so we are doing plan A. Now you might have seen that the camera guy. Come on, guy. Really? Whenever I want to do a demonstration, he doesn't try to spot me. Okay. But as you can see, there's no gray dot underneath. That means there's this camera is active and can spot me. The employees here, which I would love to show you if I can find one. Seems like all of them are out. Here we are. Got one. They cannot spot me. The manager can, and the cameraman can. So we need to take care of it. The cameraman is actually just behind this door. Since we already have a key card, we can just get in here. Here's the cameraman. I'll just close the door behind me. So I'm going because I'm trespassing. I don't want anybody to see me. And I'm just going to shoot him twice and deal some. Just carry his body so that once I open the door, nobody will see anything, and just here I'm actually gonna be knocking this guy out and carrying him. Fantastic. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna close the door behind me, I'm gonna put him in a separate rack. He can actually I can use this guy for a little bit. For now, I'll close the door again. I'll unlock the door just in case, so that I can do things quick when I do need to do things. And I'm basically gonna be sitting around this area, really. I'm not gonna be I really don't have anything to do downstairs. This is the middle floor. That's the door we just came through, and that behind is our trick area. And I'm just here waiting for the manager to show up. The manager patrols this top half of the area as well as the bottom area. Currently, since he is not in the top half, I'm guessing he is in the bottom. But there's a lot of people in the bottom, so we're not going to be attempting anything in the bottom. We'll wait until the manager comes topside, and then we'll take him out. Another interesting thing I'd like to point out here. Through this door, since nobody said, let me just pick this lock. This is where you will see one of the differences in classes. As a thief, I can unlock this door like that. I would usually have to use a crowbar or something like that. If I look in this computer, only hackers can use this. I did some research, and with this computer, we can actually get the vault code, and the vault keycard is on the manager. And for us right now, we have to interrogate the manager for this, which at the end of the day, yes, it gets us the. We need to kill the manager, even if we get the code from there. Yes, but the difference is if we had gotten the code from there, we don't actually have to interrogate the manager. We just have to kill him. We have to kill him, and then take the vault key card. So we can just shoot him real quick, grab the body real quick, and we're done. But now we risk the trouble of somebody seeing the hostage, because NPCs move a bit slower than the player, and we have to deal with keeping him as a hostage for a few seconds, and we have to deal with all of that stuff, right? So that's another tidbit. The thief's ability, perk, is being able to pick locks. Uh, the hacker's ability is not needing this. If I lock this door, you'll see that I don't have this key card. It would be impossible unless I drilled or firebugged, which I don't have access to yet. If I didn't have a key card, I would be unable to get into this. But I can hack. This is the keycard scrambler. This is the thing that we saw in the equipment section. This is the thing that only the here is the little bit of differences, right? Now here's the manager. This is the perfect place. So I'm just gonna be opening this place up, pointing my gun, and telling him to move. Get in here, quick. Get. And get the vault key card. Fantastic. Now we have dealt with them. Nobody goes in this room, so there's no need to be alert anymore. I can just go in here, close the door behind me, and interrogate the manager to get the vault code. Again, if I didn't need to interrogate him, and I could just taking care of the code from the computer, I would not have to deal with all of this, and would just be able to kill him straight up and just take care of him that way. But I can't. So a little bit of the differences. It's very interesting, really. Now, I'm going to be changing from the guard outfit to the employee. This does restrict my access to the vault area, the basement. But keep in mind that we have basically taken out everybody in the basement, and everybody who goes ever in the basement. So that means that and although I'm trespassing, nobody's gonna be there to see me. But still, you may that's not enough reason to change from the guard outfit, because what does this outfit give us? Like, what's the benefit, right? The benefit is being able to get in here. Usually as a guard you cannot get into this place, but we do need to get in this place. Why? I'll show you after I pick this lock. There we go. Let's go in. We're disguised, so we have no problems in being here. Now if we toggle through this one, we will see ID the target. Hack the account manager's computer, which is another thing that that is not that computer, that is the manager's, but the account managers are one of these offices. That if we're the hacker, but we cannot as of now. Or search the bank records. This is the archive. This is where the bank records are. So we have to basically search through all of this to ID the target. This is basically when we open the vault. There are several deposit boxes in the vault. We need to know. We can't take all of them out. We need to know which one it is that we need to take out. So that's what we're doing here. We're in the archives to figure out which box it is that we need to our object is. So we just found out from this archive right here. It's basically pure RNG. There's 2 here, 2 in the back, and 3 here. So a total of 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. So it's pure RNG which one it is in. So you basically just have to look through all of them. It's one of the most time-consuming parts. But even though I have actually gotten the box number, which this time is 209, it's different every single time. I will still be continuing to look through the archives for something specific. This is something basically you have in multiplayer and you had an engineer. This is something you don't have to waste time on this. But since I am doing this solo and I do not want things to go loud, I need to do this. I don't want to tell you guys what this is, but it's pretty cool and I want to experience it. If this one's not it, this is what I wait. Those blueprints. Send my pictures. I've got an idea. So what we just unlocked is a secret, basically part of the mission called sensory shutdown. Wait for Rose to examine the blueprints. Rose is, I'm guessing, the Rose is basically one of the crewmates. I'm guessing one of the heist people I'm working with. So I have actually found this before, so I'm just gonna do this real quick. Oh no. Oh no. I forgot to bring this one in our mission. Alright guys, we are back. So basically what happened is I did all of that, all of what you saw, all of the entirety of the mission. This is all that's left is the easy part. But then I forgot to bring this thing. This is a silent drill. So I forgot to put this in the loadout. So all that we did was basically gone to waste. I reset my character and did the entire mission again. So the reason we needed this is if we look at sensory shutdown, the thing that we got after searching through the archives even more after getting the target box, it says drill the marked location. The marked location is right there, right where we need to be to open the vault. But the thing is, the only way to do this is drilling. There's no other way. You can't lockpick it or anything. We just have to drill. But the thing is, we had 2 drills provided to us up in the place we dropped the bag and did the trick. But those are loud drills. So if we use those, it's gonna make a lot of noise, and everybody in the building will know something is up, and it will be alerted. And again, we have failed in the stealth department. So the only way to do this silently is get this drill. This is a silent drill. If we look this, yes, silent drill. Silent, a tool that can be used to breach locks. We aren't going to be breaching locks, of course. We're going to be drilling this, but that's not the point here. If we use the drills those ones, we would have failed. So the only way to do this solo, that is, you can do this by not drilling this thing. If we just had a mechanic or an engineer, sorry, because this vault has sensors, you see. So if anybody passes through without authorization, which apparently doing the vault code and stuff does not provide, the alert will go off and everything will go to shit again. So the only way to do this is to disable the sensors or get an engineer. Since I'm playing solo and I'm not an engineer, the only way to do this is disabling the sensors. The only way to do disabling the sensors quietly and without making noise is getting the silent drill, which I conveniently forgot to bring my first run. Yeah, that happened. So basically, I just restarted and got the drill and did the entire mission again. No worries. And you didn't miss anything. We started off exactly where we were supposed to. You will see in the cut, you would have seen that we went up and to the back to check and check if I had actually forgot to bring the silent drill and laugh at my folly. And which is exactly what I did. I went up, got the silent drill in the actual neuron. I went up, got the silent drill, and came down to the basement floor once again. And here we are. We're in. Perfect. Get that stash. We have disabled the sensors as well as opened the vault. Nothing should go off. Nothing will go off. because I have disabled it. So now this is taking way too much space. I'm just gonna dump the drill here. It doesn't matter. Nobody comes in here. So that's the silent drill. I'm just gonna dump it here. Box 224. Never mind. I just drill first. I'm gonna be drilling this again, which once again I can lockpick it. I no longer have my lockpick because I there's only a limited amount of inventory space, and I needed both these two cards just to get into this damn place in the first place. Because this door right in front of me, card block, and the R card, which I'm guessing is the master card, vault key card. Uh, well, that makes sense. This is the vault key card. This does not unlock anything other than the vault. So I needed this. I needed this card to be able to basically get in here. And I needed the vault key card to be able to open the vault. So I needed to have some space for the drill. And since I really didn't need to have the lock pick anymore, so I just dumped it. So I'm just gonna dump the silent drill here because once again I need space. I'm gonna get this stash, which is our objective. But before I go, I must grab this cash. This is basically bonus. You will get payment. We will get paid for doing this mission in the first place, but doing this will basically get us an added bonus. But do know that as you can see in my bottom left corner, the getting the cash gets me this bag on my back, the cash bag, aptly named. But and getting that makes me conspicuous. As you will see, usually I'm disguised. Getting any sort of bag whatsoever on my back makes me conspicuous. What that means is if an particular NPC is able to detect me, then he'll be able to do that faster than usual. And this conspicuous title also comes if you're running. Doesn't come if you're crouched, but if you are prone, it does also come. So bear that in mind. So, and conspicuousness doesn't stack, so if I have the bag on and I'm running, it doesn't mean I'm 2 times conspicuous. So if you have the bag on already, it's completely fine, and it's actually better to utilize running. Usually you will not run anywhere, but in this case it is good. I'm gonna run still because this is the first mission and I realized that nobody can actually see me or detect me. They can see me but not detect me. As you can see, I'm staring right at these people, but nobody can detect me. But usually if somebody can, running is definitely a good thing to do. I'm just gonna leave my stuff here. These are the loud drills I was talking about. This is the equipment bag for doing the plan B, the loud mission. This is my equipment bag that brought in, which has lockpick. I'm just gonna leave that here, and I'm just gonna go. And where we're going is we're escaping to the van that we came in with in the garage over there. Just a little bit of a walk away, and as soon as we step into this area, we will say goodbye to this bank and complete the mission, just like that. And with that, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this episode. This will be all for today. Once again, I will be doing 2 more episodes tomorrow as well as the day after tomorrow for the beginning, as like kind of a debut kind of thing. But my uploads will slow down to once a week after that. Bear that in mind. Except that, I hope you enjoyed the video, everybody. If you liked it, please hit the subscribe button as well as the like button. Feel free to comment about any kinds of criticism as well as recommendations that you may have for me. As I am very new to this, I am sure I am be doing various things wrong or various things that I could be doing better. If you are willing, please comment that and I will get to it, and they're very much so welcome and appreciated. But with that, that's all I had to say. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time. Thank you.